We couldn't believe that we got our trailer registered and we could be on our way. It was a beautiful time in Colorado Springs, but a storm was coming, so we needed to get over Vail Pass. We passed by the Air Force Academy on our way to Chatfield Reservoir in Denver. We bought a season pass to the state parks since it was more affordable than paying the nightly fee, since we'll be staying for a while in state parks. Chatfield has a small visitor center with information about the mammoths that used to roam around here. That was one huge molar. I'm glad they have this information because it's hard to imagine. The reservoir was frozen over, but the paths were clear so we could do some walking. The next morning we hit the Denver morning traffic. Yikes. Just another reminder why we don't want to live in Colorado anymore. You go through different tunnels on I-70 as you approach the big mountains. To the west, it turned into a walk down memory lane as we drove through the Rocky Mountains. That's a lot of terrain up there to ski. The notorious Eisenhower Tunnel even has stoplights. There's not a lot of people on the lifts, which surprises me. People can be stuck here for hours trying to get through the tunnel. I don't know why. Sometimes they wreck, I think.
Yeah, and both ends get jammed up.
50 miles an hour, what are we doing?
Right.
15. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? You can smell the gas fumes in here, can't you?
Yeah, no matter how big of fans they got through Gloucester.
Looks like it's about 2 miles to get through the tunnel. And there were some icy sections where the water would run in and freeze.
Yeah.
Now we have a 7% grade the next 7 miles. Yeehaw, we made it. We're coming into Summit County. Doesn't look like anybody's needed to use that runaway ramp recently in the snow.
Two sprinters across the walk.
Yeah. That would be scary to hit that. Looks like somebody had to use that runaway ramp. Fortunately, it didn't have an ice wall.
Yeah, right next to him.
Yeah. To the left is Keystone, or A Basin. We spent a lot of years skiing in Keystone and Breckenridge and Vail. And then in the summers, we would come to Lake Dillon and hike and camp on the lake. You can see the runs from Breckenridge off in the distance. We're entering 10 Mile Canyon near Frisco, and it can get pretty ugly in here because you can see that the sun doesn't hit much, and so the roads can be kind of treacherous in the winter. And this is on the way to Copper Mountain and then on to Vail Pass. There's a bike path that runs along the creek in 10 Mile Canyon, and it was fun to ride up it. It was a pretty good climb, but coming back down was fast. This is towards Tennessee Pass, and over to the right is Copper Mountain. It has some great backcountry skiing on Tucker Mountain. It was a pretty fun mountain to ski on. There's not a lot of people skiing today, but it is a Thursday. On the weekends, it's insane. And now we're heading up Vail Pass. 22 years ago, we went snowshoeing up here on the top of Vail Pass, and we went back to our condo in front of the fireplace. We said our marriage vows and married ourselves. We did get a marriage license in Eagle and just went into the clerk and handed it to him. The next day we went skiing on Vail Mountain. And that's the Gore Range back there in the back. The Gore Range. We loved snowshoeing and hiking in there. And we're at about 10,000 feet now. And look how nice that road is.
For a lot of years skiing, and we've never seen this amount of traffic or no traffic at all. Usually it's like a nightmare to drive.
We're coming to Vail Ski Resort in the Vail Valley. And we would always spend our anniversary here and go to Lancelot's to have prime rib for dinner. That was a big deal for us. It's 5 miles from the front of the mountain to the back. And at the end of the day, when you were coming out, it was exhausting, those 5 miles skiing back after a day of going to the outer bowls. That's a lot of bumps on that hill. This is where we got married in Suite 109 in front of the fireplace. Thank goodness we didn't have to drive through this by leaving a few days early. Then it turned to high desert as we got closer to Grand Junction. We made it to Fruta on the Colorado-Utah border and visited Colorado National Monument. It smells like piñon nuts up here. Piñon trees. Wow.
Man, it smells good, that cedar.
So we're at the Window Rock Nature Trail to the scenic views of the Monument Canyon. It doesn't matter how many times I come here, I always think, wow, I love it. It wasn't easy finding winter clothes as the winter was winding down, so some of my clothes are pretty big, but I found something warm since most of our winter clothes were stolen.
The Wanderer.
Our week flew by and I wasn't ready to leave yet, but the weather was changing in Utah, so we needed to get going.
She's thinking about becoming a base jumper.
We're finally getting back to our normal life. No more issues to take care of. Just go camp and enjoy.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. 22 years. I don't know how we did it, but we did. This is the way to go.